So this weekend I tried something different in my eBay store and I literally ruined my eBay store. I killed my eBay sales. Yesterday I had 2 sales. On Saturday I had 3 sales. That is a total of 5 sales for the entire weekend. That is literally unheard of in my eBay store. I have nearly 4,000 listings. I have not had a weekend like this in as long as I can remember. I can't believe it. Let me tell you what I did. Okay, so firstly, I forgot to say this, but hey guys, it's Mel. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, oh my goodness. I still just am in shock, honestly. Okay, so normally I have my store set up for a standard promoted listing rate of 5%, which means I flat rate promote at 5% throughout my entire eBay store. Now, I started doing this in April 2021. So this has kind of been like an 18-month campaign that I've had going on in my store. I just never change it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like I promote at 5%. I never look at it. I never change it. Every time I add a new listing, it just automatically goes into the campaign and gets listed at 5%. I've never touched it since. Never touched it. So on Friday, I thought, well, why don't I experiment with this a little bit more? Like, this campaign's been running for a long time. What would happen if I changed my standard promoted listings rate? So what I did was I set up 2 new campaigns and I thought, okay, for the books or anything in my store, DVDs, whatever there is, that's priced up to $20, I'm going to set it this time, instead of being at 5% flat rate, I'm just going to set it as the eBay can adjust it up to 5%, right? So if eBay thinks it only needs to 3%, then go for it, eBay. Do it at 3%. If eBay want to do it at 5%, but it was capped. It was capped at 5% for anything under $20. So then what I decided to do was for the books that were over $20 or anything in my store worth over $20, what I did was I increased the promoted listing rate on that. And I thought, look, I'll give it a go at, I think I did it at 9%, just under the 10. I've gone from being standard flat rate of 5% to setting up a campaign for 2 different variable rates. So I paused the campaign that I've had running since April 2021 and got these new 2 campaigns set up. Anyway, then I kind of left the shed. I was done for the day. I thought, right, I've set this up for the weekend. Now, I had a busy weekend. We were doing other stuff and I didn't actually come out to the shed to do any work on the desktop. I was only doing work from my phone. So I wasn't kind of looking at any of my metrics or anything on the desktop, but I could tell that my sales were really, really slow. And I was thinking, what is going on? Like, I'm sending all these offers, like, what's going on? This new percentage rate mustn't be working. Well, I came in here this morning and had a look, and the promoted listing campaign hadn't actually picked up any of my listings to go into the campaign. So what that meant was nothing in my store was being promoted since Friday. Nothing. And my goodness, guys, this is what happens when you don't promote your listings. Tanked. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 1, this proves the point. You have to do promoted listings. They're basically forcing us to, you know. I hate to say it, but to get 5 sales over a weekend is very unusual for me, even if I'm in a bit of a listing slump. It's very unusual for my store. So this morning I jumped in here and I'm going, why didn't any of my listings transfer to the new campaign? Like, it literally says 0 listings included in the campaign. So my first thing I thought was, wow, I must have done like a user error. I blamed myself. So I thought I'll go in there and I'm going to set up 2 more campaigns, exactly how I was doing them the first time. And I thought, let's do this. So I set up 2 more campaigns this morning and again, just came up 0 listings included in this. And I thought, what's going on here? Well, I've done it correctly. So the first time wasn't user error. So then I got onto the eBay chat and I was like, I don't understand. Is there like a glitch? Like, I set up a new campaign, I paused the other one, you know, why have none of these listings come across? Well, eBay then goes on to tell me you have to wait about 7 days from when you pause one promoted listings campaign before a new one will start. 7 days, like a week. So going off the sales I had for the weekend, like 2 sales a day, I don't want to go a week with no sales. Like, what have I done? I've killed my entire store here. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't it be logical, eBay, if there was like a little pop-up or something that came up and said when you went to pause one of your campaigns, that it said, just be careful, if you pause this campaign, you won't be able to start another one for another 7 days. 7 days. Can't believe it. So I wrote back to eBay. So I've basically got two options now. I either sit this out for 7 days and get no sales for the week. Woohoo! No dinner on the table this week, kids. Or what else? I guess I could end my items and relist them, which would put them in there as brand new listings, which would hopefully insert them straight away into the brand new campaign. So the eBay rep did basically confirm that yes, if you end your items and relist them, they'll automatically start in the new promoted listings campaign. I have never ended and relisted my entire store like that. The thought of doing it actually makes me feel sick. But what's my option here, guys? Anyway, I thought I'm going to try this on just a small number. So I ended about 30-ish, 35-ish items, and straight away, unbelievable. They've gone straight into the promoted listing campaign and they're already getting views and impressions. And since relisting those 30-ish, already had one sale. I just want to show you my graph here, because you can see in the past with promoting at a 5% flat, like I'm fairly consistent with the impressions that I get for 5% promotion. But you can see on Friday when I paused it, how it just automatically dropped and the new promotion did not kick in. So this is where it shows that 0 of my listings got transferred into that new campaign that I set up. Then I set up the same two campaigns this morning. I ended and relisted those 36 items, and in the last hour, look how many impressions I've had since I did that. I've had like 800 impressions just in the last hour on those 36 listings. That is absolutely insane. So the thought of ending and relisting my whole store, like, it makes me nervous, I'm not going to lie, because I've never done it. Like, it's a lot to end and relist 4,000 items. But looking at those results, looking at the last hour and seeing that I've got 800 more impressions than I had otherwise without the promoted listings, I think it's a no-brainer. I really don't want to go an entire week with getting like 2 sales a day. Like, that might die off to 1 sale. That might bring on my first 0 sales day for the entire year, because I haven't had a 0 sales day for the entire year, and I thought yesterday was going to be it. So I think I'm going to end and relist my entire store, which is about 3,800 listings. So if I end and relist my store, maybe give me 24, 48 hours, and I might come back with another video after that. And I'll tell you what happened to my sales and my impressions and my promoted listing views and all that jazz after ending and relisting an entire store. Because I think that would be pretty interesting as well, because I've never done it. Wish me luck, guys. So the moral for today's video is, if you want to change your promoted listing standard campaign, if you want to experiment with something different, just be very, very careful, because it takes like this 7 days to roll over into the new one. And I didn't know it. You guys might not have known it either. And, you know, that's a big hit to your sales if that's the impact that we get from not having promoted listing. Just be careful, guys. If you want to experiment, might just leave this one for another 18 months. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you in another couple of days with an update. Anyway, I better go pack my 5 weekend orders. There won't be a what sold video, guys, because it'll last all of about 2 seconds.